Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're trying something new, super quick tutorial. Everybody loves those. So here's my wash day in a flash. Two things. One, wash day is pretty long. You want to have a breakfast that'll keep you going for a while. Oatmeal is my preferred one for that. Two, pre-poo. Now I've had my hair marinating in an Ayurvedic oil overnight. If you're interested in that, follow me on Instagram. I sell those. After having that overnight in the morning, because I'm extra, I also put on my heat cap, also available on my Instagram, to just sort of let the oils penetrate even further. So I have this on while I'm having my breakfast. Two birds, one stone. So since we are doing wash day, I might as well share with you some of my tips. These guys I always have on hand, washed and ready to go for wash day, because they're kind of my substitutes for an old t-shirt, which is what you'll usually see on YouTube. I just prefer using my lissos. Like I'll have one maybe for just wrapping myself when I'm coming out to maybe do conditioning, and then the other is the one that's like, reducing all the water that's dripping in my hair. And I don't know, I just find it a lot easier for me. Okay, so we're in the shower getting ready to get right into it. Two things though. One, I'm not going to mention every single product that I'm using, but I am going to include them in the description box below. Two, this may not be that important to mention, but I just want to say that when we wash our hair, we do it as we came into this world, butt naked. Okay, this is for YouTube. Yeah, so let's do this. Okay, so I always start off with a warm water rinse. Now the essence of this is just to really loosen up all the dirt and buildup and grime from the past week or so. You just want to lift all of that off your hair and scalp before we get in with the shampoo. And also, this may not seem as important, but no one really wants to start off washing on dry hair. So you just want to give your hair a nice rinse before we go in with the shampoo. Now I always start off with a clarifying shampoo. Why? I want a deep cleanse for that first wash. So what you see me doing here is mixing my shampoo with some water. Okay, so there was some shampoo left in the bottle and then I add water into it. This is a fundamental thing I've changed in my process. I learned it from a lady called Aisha on Instagram. Hey. So what happens is mix your shampoo with some water and then go section by section. Now because I have so many sections, I usually take it 2 sections at a time. That is to say 2 twists. So I'll apply my shampoo in there and then use my fingers to just spread the shampoo over my scalp and then go in with my scalp massage brush, which by the way is also available on my Instagram. So we'll use that to really lift all the dirt and grime. Okay, and then when I'm done with that and I feel like, yeah, we've done the thing, I will sort of bantu knot that section away so that I don't get it mixed up. And then I'll move on to the next 2 twists. Apply shampoo water mix, use my fingers to spread it on the scalp, and then go in with my scalp massage brush to really lift all that dirt and then put that section away. And then I'll just do that all over my head. And honestly, this doesn't take as long as it seems, to be honest, but yeah. Bantu knot it away, and then later on, I just rinse my hair with warm water. The aim is to get all that shampoo out of my hair before I proceed to the next step. Then I move on to my shampoo bar. Now the clarifying shampoo I started with deep cleanses both hair and scalp. As a result, it strips the hair of much of its natural oil. That's why our hair tends to feel dry post clarifying shampoo. So the purpose of this shampoo bar or any other moisturizing shampoo that you choose is to replace that lost oil. Now the reason why I particularly love this shampoo bar is 1, it lasts forever. As in, some of us are on a budget. Let me tell you something. If you want to save a coin, guys, buy a shampoo bar. It really lasts. And then I love how this one lathers. It lathers up so nicely, and me, I just appreciate a good lather. I really do. So it's really a good option to look into. Try it and see. and it's just so silky. It feels silky in my hair. It must be all that good oil. And by the way, all moisturizing shampoos have some sort of oil in them, so it should feel a little bit silky. So then I'll go in with my scalp massage brush and then rinse it all out. So once I'm done with rinsing and my hair is looking all clean and delicious, if I may say so myself, I will move on to getting rid of all that excess water. I am not a fan of applying conditioner to drenched hair because for me it just gets messy. So I don't do that. So I get my lesu and just pat and make sure that I just drain all that excess as much as I can before I begin the application of conditioner. Now, as is the case with all of the things I do on wash day, I apply conditioner in sections as well. And yes, this is actually the part that takes the longest on my wash day. So I get my section there and yes, remove some of that excess water if there is some. And then I start to apply my conditioner. Now, I feel that a lot of us apply way more conditioner than we need to. Our hair can only take on so much product, so a lot of the time you are wasting product, so just take note of that. Now I make sure that I apply it from root to ends. You want to apply it all over the length of your hair and never ever put it on your scalp because conditioner was not designed for scalp. That's not what it's supposed to do. Okay, so we apply it nicely, and then one thing I have changed, that's shed hair. One thing I've changed in my wash day routine is how I detangle in this step. You guys know I've always been very afraid of tools, but well, I changed something and now I'm using a white tooth comb. Yeah, so now I use it at this particular stage. I don't use it in any other stage, and just gently detangle. Remember that you always want to be very gentle. Do not force this comb through. Don't do it. Also, for me, I've realized that fussy hair, just like very curly, coily hair, will rarely get very super perfectly detangled. So for me, the aim is just like detangled enough. Okay, I'm not trying to get that comb to move through silk in a silky, perfect way, because let's be real. Okay, let's be real. You will just break all your hair. So just gently go through with that, and once I feel like we're good, we're covered, I will then just twist away that section before I move on to the next. And then I'll just do that all over my head. Et voila! All the conditioner is applied, we move. So conditioner is in my hair, one layer of cling film just to avoid leakage, because that can happen, and then a shower cap. Just really quickly, I feel strongly that when you pick a shower cap, pick something with this type of material, not the really polythene ones. You know, the ones that almost feel like, this cavera of, cavera. Try and not pick those, because to me, the idea of that polythene coming directly into contact with heat, because I'm going to use my heat cap, is just not a good idea. And you guys know polythene doesn't, you know how it is when it comes into contact with heat, right? It's not the safest thing. So even now with my cling film, I put something like this that isn't polythene, so that the heat isn't directly going onto that. That is just my quick tip. And put this on and plug myself in, and maybe read a book or watch a movie. I don't know, I kind of have a headache, but anyway, wash day must go on. I forgot to say, now that I'm using the heat cap for conditioning, my conditioning time has cut down to 20 minutes. Anyway, self-promotion, I sell these. Click on my Instagram link in the description box. Okay, so then we move on to the rinsing step. Usually I'll first take down all the knots that I created and then rinse section by section. The aim is basically to make sure that you get all of that conditioner out. It should never remain in your hair. Get all of it out, rinse thoroughly, and then after I'm done with that in one section, I'll twist it away and then put it in a knot. So the knots that you see already were areas that I had finished rinsing. So then we just rinse, 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 rinse. This is another step that doesn't take as long as it seems, honestly. And then, yeah, I'll do my final rinse with warm water. Now, this is a fundamental thing, again, that I have changed in my wash day. I used to use cool water because YouTube said so, okay? But then I learned that it doesn't really make sense. What warm water does, right, is to lift your cuticles. And that is a good thing because then when you move on to moisturizing, your hair can more easily take on or absorb the products that you are putting into it. If you use cool water, you just shut down those cuticles, okay? And then how will the product get in? Tell me, how will the product get in? So if you have hypo and you don't want, to use lukewarm, you can go with room temperature. It just doesn't make sense to use cool water in my opinion. Otherwise, look at how the hair is looking. Wow, excuse me. Yeah, thank you. Then we move on to getting rid of all that excess water. I've told you guys, that whole excess water thing is not a plan. Also, when you're going to moisturize, if you moisturize with all this water, all you're going to get is hair that takes forever to dry, honestly. And all that product will just sit on top of it. So don't do it. Okay, so it's been about an hour since we got out of the shower and just got rid of all that excess water. It doesn't need to take an hour, it's just that I decided to go have lunch. You guys, wash day it's exhausting. I just need to get hydration. Let's move on. So I'm going to go straight into my moisturizing, which is liquid oil cream. That's the method that I prefer. If you want to just know more about moisturizing and how to do it best specifically for your hair, I'm going to leave a link to a couple of videos actually that I've created on the topic, as well as one of those little cards up here if you want to go directly to that video. So let's get right into it. Now, as always, we are working in sections, and I'm just starting off with that front section. And can I just say, my hair felt really nice, really moist. You can know when your conditioner has done the job, you know what I mean? So I'm going in with my leave-in conditioner, and it is really important to always start with a little bit of product and then add as you go. Okay, so once you put in your leave-in and you've really worked it in nicely, you can know, oh, maybe I need a little bit more, or maybe this is enough. Because if you put too much to begin with, you can't take it back. Okay, you really can't. And be sure to always really work your product into your hair. Don't just apply it and then stop. Take your time on a section and really make sure stuff is penetrating your hair strands. This product is not made to just sit on top. You want it to get in there, okay? So after my leave-in, I go on to the oil step, and I have been using my Ayurvedic oil, which by the way is also available on my Instagram. So just a couple of drops, and then I really work it in nicely, root to end. And then for the cream step, I get just a little bit of my butter cream, whatever you want to use, and apply that. Now I focus it on my ends, sort of like from the middle of my hair to the end, because that is the oldest part of my hair. It's the part that's the most porous. It's the part that needs it the most. So after that, I just gently, detangle a little bit and then twist it up. And that is what I do for every single section. Voila, nice juicy moisturized hair. Yes, we love to see it. Thank you so much for watching, guys, for joining me. Now that you are here and we're just here learning, enjoying, don't forget to subscribe, okay? Don't. Bye.